any other course which will fetch you 24 lakh rupees at the age of 23? Please repeat this question. Please hammer it in your head. Bit later I am going to oversee how many times you are repeating this question. In your counseling, at least 5-6 times you must repeat this question after you are finished with each of your students. Now you tell me, is there any other course at the age of 23 with HSC qualification can get you 24 lakh rupees? I'm telling you youngsters, it sells. This is what you should sell. Next. It will be also a good idea, keep this on a sheet of paper, write it neatly on a sheet of paper, give it to him. If you want to put the mobile number of the right candidate, put the candidate's mobile number, let him call up and find out. He is not talking a fake story. That's why I'm telling you, call up Cochin, call up Thane, get the name of the student, get his credentials, get his also address and mobile number. Keep to the inquiry like a doctor giving a prescription. Let him go with this and discuss with his parents. They required, they can call up the student. So you present him, put the next student. Who is the next one? Give me a name. Huh? What is this qualification? SSC or SSC? 10. So SSC. SSC, let's say he's here, if you want, you advance. Let's say he is probably in the first batch here, 2008. So when does he pass? He passed in 2009. Where does he get the job? So Mahalakshmi. What was his salary? Mahalakshmi Construction, he gets 9,500 rupees, and let's assume that, and what's his age? Again 18, right? At 18 years, he gets 9,500, let's assume that he spends 1,500, he gets what? 96,000 rupees he earns in his first year. He is working there for 2 years. Let's assume that he continues there itself. So how much does he get? Another 96,000 rupees. With 2 years of experience, passed out in 2009, now he has reached where? He has reached 2011. And at 2011, 2010 he works here, 2011 he works here, 2012 he makes a jump. Where does he go? Give me a name. Gammon India. He joins Gammon India. His second job is Gammon India. In 2012, he is in Gammon India. What's his salary? He gets 15,000. He spends now 2,000 rupees or 3,000 rupees, 12,000 rupees he earns, 1,44,000 rupees. 2 years he works here, he gets 1,44,000 rupees. And current year, where is he working? He goes abroad, isn't it? What does he get? He gets what? 80,000? 75,000 or let's say 70,000. That's so what is the total? 20. 13 point. Can you now raise this question? Is there any other course at the age of what? At the age of 22, I think now. 23 or 24? 22. At the age of 22, being a 10th standard, at the age of 22, getting 13 lakh rupees. Is there any other course? Can we get like this 2, 3, 4, 5 examples? Live examples. Not like what she showed. Just, I have got all the testimonials here. Just see this, just see this, just see this. No. Bring it clear narration, realistic narration, something that goes into his head, and sell the earnings. What you are selling is the earnings. Let the earnings get registered. What you sell is not the salary, I repeat. What you should sell is the earnings, and then end up each of the case with a pertinent question. Can you tell me any other course which can fetch you 14 lakh rupees at the age of 22 with SSC qualification? This is where you are fetching the business. Please understand, you are not in competition with a fire safety institute. Please understand, you are not in competition with MIFA, FSC. They get only very little business. You are in competition with all other technical courses. If you have to get business against them, you have to sell this 14 lakh rupees and ask this question: is there any other technical course a 10th standard wala can do and get this much money at the age of 18, 20 or 24? What sells is this presupposition. Is there any other course at the age of 22 that can get you 14 lakhs? You can also show in a different way a Dubai wala who worked just 1 year here and the next 4 years in Dubai. And how much is he earning? Someone who's worked at the Dubai International Airport at a salary of, or Qatar Fertilizers at a salary of 1,20,000 rupees. 20,000 rupees he spends. 1 lakh rupee is his monthly earning. 12 lakh rupees in the first year of his working. 4 years, 48 lakh rupees. 50 lakh rupees. Put your hands like this, like that village woman. Is there any other course? Is there any other course which can get you 50 lakh rupees at the age of 22 with a HSC qualification? I tell you, it sells. It sells. Show 20 lakh, show 30 lakh, show 50 lakh. Raise their height of interest. Not the rupee wala interest I am saying. The eagerness to earn. Bring that height. They will find the money to join your course. Show them the earning. Show them others who have earned. Show them others like him at his age, with his qualification, making it possible to reach up to the level of 20 lakh, 30 lakh, 50 lakh in 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, 4 year. Then do one thing. After you've given 1, 2, 3 cases, then you do one thing. Bring the fees. You now introduce the fees. Please don't shy away from your fees. Very often you do an excellent counseling. You hide the fees. And the inquiry asks you the fees towards the end. It's like an electric shock. When you say it is 80,000 rupees, all that you created is gone. Instead, after you sold the earnings, yourself, bring the fees. Discuss about the fees. Tell him about someone else who's objected to this fees. Show one of your students who would come to you 2 years back or 3 years back when your fees was around 65,000 rupees. And you say my fees then was 65,000. Today my fees is 80,000. That year, 3 years back, when the student came here, he was objecting with me. He was saying that my fees was very high. His father also came here and started arguing with me, saying I don't have the money. But when I showed him so many other students who had joined the earlier year and got this much of money, his father was convinced. He ultimately borrowed money from somewhere, put his son here. Now you see where his son is. His son has earned so much money now. So you're discussing about the fees, raising the objection about the fees, clearing the objection, and making him accept that your fees is definitely high, but the earning that they're going to get is much more higher. This is, you know what? This is what a psychologist does when somebody goes to him with a disease. If someone is there with cockroach phobia, how does a psychologist remove that phobia? The psychologist removes the phobia by ultimately putting the cockroach on his hand. This is known as what? Flooding. Right? The same way, many of the students who are coming to you has a fees phobia. Parent also has a fees phobia. If you shy away from that, the phobia remains, the fear remains. Bring the fees on the table. Before you bring the fees, bring the earnings on the table. Acquaint them about the earnings. Let them get hooked onto the earnings. Let them start dreaming about getting 20 lakh, 30 lakh in their hand in the next 2 years' time. Then introduce fees. Then show the objection somebody has raised on your fees. Sell the fees. To sell the fees, you need to sell the earnings. So the sequence should be sell the earnings, bring the fees, sell the fees. Please follow this in your counseling, the same method. Introduce the fees at least after first 2 cases of earnings which you brought up. Then bring the fees element as an objection that the inquiry has raised. And then show ultimately that inquiry joining with you. And where has that inquiry now landed? What job he has got, what earnings he has made. Not salary. Here is where you have to understand. When you say 20,000 rupees salary, when you say 80,000 rupees fees, student is still only on 20,000 and 80,000. He does not work out 20,000 into 12. That's the reason why I am saying sell earnings. Sell earning, show the age, show the qualification. Buttress between age and qualification, earnings, and with a question mark, is there any other course which can fetch you this much earning at the age of 21 with SSC qualification? My dear friends, it sells. And it's been selling for us hot cakes everywhere. That's the right method to go with this, and that's our strength. So that's the formula which we have to pursue here. Show the cases, show the earnings, ask the question, is there any other course at this age with this qualification which can fetch you this much money? Right? Show the fees, discuss the fees, raise the objection, clear the objection, making him accept that at this fees it's possible this much earnings can be made.